What's up, everyone? It's Jason here. Hope you're having a great day. Today was insane for AMC. It's been nuts. First, we're going to do a little bit of a recap on AMC. Also, go over how hedge funds have been doubling down and betting on a little bit of an emergency play to help them out. If you haven't, make sure to smack the like button down below. Not about this video, but that's how new people learn about AMC. And if you're not a sub, think about hitting that sub button, hit that little bell notification, and let's get right into it. Real quick, if you're wondering what I'm using, there's a link down in the description for Weeble. I'm using Weeble right here. You sign up for that link, put $100 in, you get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800. You also get these tier 2 NASDAQ views right now for 3 months. You can see buys and sells coming in and out of the market at any time as they're going real time. And you also get to buy and sell and trade 4 hours after market and 4 hours pre-market. Look at today's chart. Absolutely insane movement. We started out this morning, we flushed out at $17.77 at the low over here in early pre-market hours. We honestly didn't move much, about $1 or so going into market hours. We did go up to about $18.75 going into the market hours. But from there, it was absolutely insane. The movement forward was just unrelenting. I didn't know how we're going to go. I did know there would be like a sell wall around $30. We did go all the way up to $29.76. And that was the highest part of the day. After that, we did have a little bit of sell-off. And then we moved all the way back up here to about a 29.60 area. And then sold off going into the market after market hours. Ended the day at $26.52, which again was up 35.58%. And in aftermarket, we're down another 12%. Nothing really there, obviously. Not much movement after market hours. Again, down 0.49%. Again, doesn't matter about that because the days was amazing movement. And I think tomorrow could be just as good. We're going into Friday. There is going to be some, obviously, some hedge funds fighting against us as always on that Friday. But the in the market calls right now and options is nuts. So we're going to go over those as well today. Now, I do want to go over where we would have resistance, right? So people have been asking me today, where's the next resistance line at? Obviously, we would have that resistance at $29.76. But you have to go all the way back over here to get even close to the next resistance line. Right about $33.06 over here. And this was back in 2016, the end of 2016. Again, those resistance lines are still there, though I don't think they're as relevant as others. But again, at the top of the range of there is like 33.50 area is all-time highs on AMC. So obviously, you know, breaking through those all-time highs back here at 33.51. After that, we're on to the races. I feel like the squeeze could be on. Now, hedges are betting against us right now. They're definitely still hedging out right now against their shares, right? So they're saying, hey, look, they're thinking the price is going to come back down. So they're still hedging out and shorting the stock right now. And they're betting against us right now. They're also betting that they're going to get a little bit of help from their buddies. You remember back in January, what happened was that Robinhood and some others said that there was liquidity issues. They made it to where you can only sell your liquidity, aka AMC, GME, and others. Guess what happened there? They got bailed out, obviously, right? And Melvin's Capital got bailed out by Citadel and others. They came in and helped them out. So right now they're betting against us, saying, look, we're going to get help. So right now they're still shorting. Our shorts have not went down there. This price move we had today, this was not shorts buying in. And volume right now is still at 702 million today, which is nuts. Some of the biggest we've seen, obviously, remember back on the 27th of January, we had a 1.2 billion day. So we're getting back to those crazy volumes. We had tons and tons of days back to back, 800 million, 700 million, over a billion volume. So we're going to see what happens here going into tomorrow. But again, hedge funds are still doubling down right now, saying, hey, look, we're going to get bailed out pretty much. Or we're waiting on you guys to sell out. That way we can hedge down and make money on the way back down. So this movement we've seen, guys, is not them buying back in. When you see them buying back in, you'll know. This 30% day, we're going to be at like 130% days. And we're going to be getting, you know, multiple times getting stopped by the hedges buying back in. You're going to see suspension after suspension because anytime you go over 10% up within a certain amount of time, you get suspended in the market. You're going to see that multiple times in the day. It's going to be nuts. Now, I'm not saying somebody didn't cover any of their shares, right? There could have been smaller funds or something like that that's covering some. We're not seeing these big parabolical moves yet. That would signify that we're in a big squeeze and that these guys are covering their bigger shorts. Now, going over options that are in the game. There's so many options in the green. And honestly, I'm very hopeful that maybe we go over $30 tomorrow and stay above it because we're going to have a lot of options in the green then. We would have almost right at 19,000 at $30. we'd have another almost 32,000 right here at 28. You can go right here at 25, almost another 12,000 there. Almost 12,000 at 22 is in the green right now as well. Another 12, almost 13,000 at 21 in the green. Almost 40,000 right now in the green at 20. And then obviously you go down the list right here. 19 is 13, 18 is another 10, 17 is another 10, 16 is another 13 right there almost, 15 another 18. You can see 14 almost 12,000, 13 another almost 10,000 right there. And the list goes on. Obviously you go down below that. There's still numbers that'll be in the green. It is nuts right now what's all in the green and what could be in the green tomorrow. I'm hoping we can get all these in the green. That could honestly start a gamma squeeze going into Tuesday. Remember, guys, we do not have the market open on Monday. So just remember that. We can see somebody's getting bought in tomorrow as well and going into Tuesday. Remember, the market is not open on Monday for Memorial Day. So we do have a 3-day weekend. Don't worry. I'll also be pumping out videos here throughout the week. And we'll also be doing some live streams on different things as well throughout the weekend. So make sure you guys hit that sub button below, hit that little bell notification so you guys can stay up to date. Also, maybe join our Discord. There's a Discord link down in the description. Love to have you guys be a part of Discord. Now, going over the Ortex numbers, I do want to go over these really quick. The exchange reported short interest is currently at 94.58 million. Previously was at 87.55 million, which is a change of 8.02%. That's going back up again, which is great. Estimated short interest percent of free float, currently at 17.09. Previously it was at 15.41. Changed another 10.9%. Again, another great number going back up again. Percent free float alone currently is at 26.55. 7 days ago was at 25.57. Another change of 3.83%. Again, going back up. Great again. Shares on loan currently is at 130.44 mil. 7 days ago was at 125.63 million. Another change of 3.83%. Days to cover on loan currently is at 1.46. Days to cover 7 days ago was at 1.3 days. And percent change of 12.71. Now, I do want to go to the 2 week really quick. The 2 days covered alone. The 2 week covered alone there is currently at 3.2. So that's going back up. Great news there. Cost to borrow is currently at 9.24. 7 days ago was at 12.37. A change of negative 25.3%. And utilization is currently going back up close to 100 again. It's at 99.46. Remember, 7 days ago was at 97.24. Which is another change of 2.28%. That's going in the right direction, going back up. Again, anything over 99% is crazy high. And to have this, going right back up close to 100% again is great. Just 7 days ago was at 97. A few days before that, we're at 96. So it's going back up again. And you can see just how short amount of shares, though, they can even short right now. But at the end of the day, they're continuing to double down. And we're doubling down. And I think we're going to win. So bringing up these eyebrow desk numbers really quick. We are currently at 6.6% on that fee. And then we have 30,000 short shares available. I think we'll start seeing this number kind of reversing back up. We've had this reverse up from the 5.8. And then we came down a little bit here and there, here and there, here and there. I think we're going to continue, long run wise, we're going to see this number go back up, which is good. Remember, this is an APR number, so it being down a little bit right now is not the big a deal. It's an APR. The longer it's up high, though, for the longer periods is great. The other day we was up at like 89. Again, I wouldn't doubt to see this back up there again in those high 50 plus range all over again. Because again, they're doubling down again in that same cycle we've been on AMC. Now, I do want to go over some of the institutional ownerships that's been bought back in again right here. We had the Russell 3000 ETF with 102,000 shares now. We got the Naveen NASDAQ with 51,000, almost 52 right there. The Russell 2000 ETF, they have 9,177,753 shares. And then you got the Russell 2000 Value ETF right here with 4,268,000 shares. And then you got the Voya over here with 165,000 shares of AMC. And now we'll go over some of these large print orders we had today come in. These are go through the dark pools, and then eventually they'll get put back onto the stock over a little bit of a time, especially these bigger large print. Now, this morning, we did have a big print order come through at $18.88 for $32,601,663. That's a massive order for 1,726,000 shares. And then we got another big large print order come through here at $2,475,273.50. That's the size of 115,000 shares. And then 8 hours ago, we had another big print order for $23,125,099.35. That's another 1,032,000 shares right there alone. 7 hours ago, we had another 500,000 share order come through for $11 million right there. And obviously 6 hours ago is another one right here for $2,465,000 with 105,000 shares. Now these shares will help us out in the long run. These will come through the dark pool orders. Now some of these smaller print orders sometimes go through right at the market, and you'll see that increase the price. Like right here. So this right here was a small printer that came through. It increased the price 20 cents. And that was right at $1.1 million right there. And that was 45,000 shares. So you see how these orders, these bigger print orders, I think that was some of the bigger ones. Let me look through this really quick to make sure. There's another 3 million print order right there, large print order. And here's another 3.5 million large print order 3 hours ago. That's the last one we've seen today. And remember, some of these will go through the dark pools, and that'll get put into the stock probably going into next week. So Ortex over here printing out some good data today. So AMC, GME, and Tesla, BYND, Space, and Airbnb created huge losses for short sellers today. Estimated losses in these 6 highly shorted companies are $1.9 billion for today alone and $5.5 billion for the week. The hedges are getting tossed right now, man. They're getting bombs. So they lost $5.5 billion this week. That is nuts. And $1.9 billion was today. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of monies. They lost over $1 billion this week alone on GME. They lost $513 million in Space as well this week. See if we can find AMC real quick, how much they lost in AMC. So they lost 1.3 billion euros this week alone in AMC. That's just crazy to think about, right? That is crazy to think about. And I also seen that on the NYSE today alone, AMC counted for 17% of the volume on the NYSE today, and it was 11% yesterday. That's massive numbers for one stock to be moving that much of just like the amount of volume on the NYSE. Crazy. I think that's the bigger things we see today. Obviously, you guys seen yesterday that they got triggered a short squeeze over on AMC on the Ortex numbers as well, which is awesome. Crazy awesome there. I do want to go over this really quick, though. This right here, AMC surpasses 12 billion market cap as Redditors ask if it can go to the moon. And I definitely think it can go to the moon. Shares of AMC Entertainment surged 45% in the afternoon trading Thursday, pushing the market capitalization of the country's largest theater chain past 12 billion amid boosts from retail investors. At the market close, AMC was still up 35% with a market value of 11.94 billion. I think currently right now is like 11.88 billion, which is still crazy to think about, and it's going to go higher than that. AMC, which narrowly avoided bankruptcy earlier this year, belongs to a class of so-called meme stocks, including GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond, and others. We already know a lot of that. Obviously, the brick-and-mortar video game retailer GameStop, on its most notable meme stock, soared 15% on Wednesday, added another 5% on Thursday. Again, obviously, nothing against GameStop. I still like GameStop as a stock as well. I think it can go over $300. Again, maybe you can push 350 again. But for right now, obviously, it doesn't have that push that AMC can have because, look, the short float on AMC is way crazier. There's a lot more shorts out right now than it is on GameStop, obviously. Annualization right now is at 99, whereas I think on like GameStop it's something like 65. Don't quote me on those numbers. I know it's somewhere around there, maybe 70, somewhere around in there. So, retail trader on wallstreetbets talked to the AMC on Thursday, with one of them calling the theater a rocket ship, another one urging fellow Redditors don't sell, and still another asking if we can go to the moon. Obviously, those are like very common things. It's Reddit, bro. All we know is rocket ships. Shares of the theater chain closed at $26.52 on Thursday, up from around $14 on May 17th, which is obviously we've seen some parabolic movement. We can see a lot more, way more parabolic movement once the hedge funds start having to buy back in. The chain fell below $2 at the start of the year, which is nuts to even think about. And again, it's kind of weird, man, how stocks work. We're talking about this today. The stockology, man, it works in a weird way. When a stock is way up, people are like, I want to buy you now. It's too late. It's too late. Well, it'd been a better time, man, if you would have been just more, more into it when it was down to like $2, right? Or down at $4 or down below $10. It's crazy how the psychology of money works. People see things moving. They're like, I'm going to get in now, right? Hey man, be part of the movement before everything. It's kind of like with the EVs right now. I mean, EVs are way down, right? Time to be buying into some of these stocks is right now. And again, I still think AMC's still got plenty of movement to go, and I'm not selling. Not fucking selling. Taking advantage of the recent gains, AMC said earlier this month that it had sold 43 million shares at $9.94 a share, raising that $428 million, which again is going to help it with these bigger investors coming in investing money for the long term because they know, hey, look, they're going to be paying off some of their debts, which is good for everybody there, right? The gains come after the movie theater chain was hammered by a global pandemic that resulted in $4.9 billion in losses in 2020. Again, you had everything shut down. And just like the start of this year, when people are talking about loss AMC, again, obviously things have been shut down. You have things opening back up now. It's a good time to be in AMC. It's a good time to be in some of these things, right? So for me, man, what I see happening tomorrow, guys, is I think we can blast by $30 tomorrow, and I think we can hold there and have a lot of options in the green going into Tuesday as well. All good things for AMC at the end of the day. And again, I still don't think we've seen these hedge funds buy back in yet. You would see some crazy parabolical movement in AMC. So if you guys are wondering that things, we're seeing shorts still go up, which means to tell me that they haven't bought back in yet, obviously, right? They're doubling down on their hedges. They've been doing that over the past couple weeks. Hey, whatever, fine with me, man. I hope they don't get bailed out by certain things. And hopefully, Robinhood and others, especially Robinhood, since it's the biggest one of all, doesn't make it where you only sell your stocks like they did back in January. Obviously, they can run into some problems there. But if everybody's holding on, it doesn't even matter at that point, right? It doesn't matter if you can't buy no more. Because guess who has to buy back in then? Hedge funds. With all their synthetics and everything they have right now. But as I always like to say, guys, hodl on. Your money, you do what you want at the end of the day. I'm going to hodl, as always. Make sure you guys hit the like button down below. If you're not a sub, make sure you guys hit the sub button. And as always, guys, if you guys want to be part of our Patreon, there's a Patreon link down below. You guys can stay up to date on all this stuff. You can ask me all the questions you want to on the Patreon. And also, if you guys aren't part of our Discord, make sure you guys join Discord. Discord's an awesome place. And an awesome place for everybody just to hang out and talk in the community. There's over 1.6 thousand people in there right now. So love to have you guys. Again, I'll see you guys on the next video, and I'll see you SAR side. Peace, fam.